Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Wag with Love. I'm so happy you're joining me today. With this episode of Wag with Love, the winter holiday season is upon us. Started in the U.S., Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving in the U.S. is much like those around the world where we're thankful for our blessings. In showing that thankfulness, we celebrate with a meal and our loved ones over. And I want to talk a little bit about that today. You know, maybe more than last year, we're going to be able to have our family and loved ones with us. And if you have Fido there in the house, I want to give you just a few tips that might be helpful. If you're having people just over for the meal, and if your pets are good enough to be able to go into a bedroom with their bed, and maybe the lights dimmed after a good brisk walk to kind of, tire them out just a little bit so that they can sleep and you can have a nice Thanksgiving meal. Now that would be ideal, but it doesn't always work that way. Or maybe your guests are over for maybe the long weekend they're spending the night, so that your pets will be commingling with your guests, people guests in the house. And if you are having guests over for the weekend, or you are letting your dogs out or your cats out to be amongst your guests for Thanksgiving, I would just suggest ideally no people food. No people food, because Thanksgiving meal with the gravy, with the turkey, with the different flavorings, it has seasonings that can be not just detrimental to your pets, but it can be deadly to them. And so no people food would be ideal. That they do beg. They do show those eyes and they beg, and one of your guests may slip them something, or something may fall on the floor. They gobble it up before you're able to pick it up. Know what they've ate, know what the symptoms are. If something is in that does uh, poison them. Knowing the pet poison hotline is a good thing, but going to those websites, just peruse and know what they can't have. Look at those lists of food and spices that aren't good for them. I did an episode a few episodes back of what not to feed your Fido. That's just a really good tip to know, to be able to have your Fido around, and you also being comfortable knowing what to do should something happen. And also knowing where your closest open emergency vet is. That's important to know also, because if something does happen, you want to be able to react quickly and get them to get some medical help if that's what's needed. Join a pet poison helpline. Just know what your options are should Fido become ill, getting some food that they probably shouldn't have from the table or from the floor, or maybe a guest. But that said, the winter holidays are upon us, and enjoy your time. And I just want to say with this Thanksgiving that I'm very thankful to all of those who listen to this show. I do this because I love dogs and I love talking about dogs. I have my own training issues with dogs, and that's why I have Eve on the show. And I am thankful for Eve being on the show to help me through that. I know my dogs are much more calm, they're balanced, they're good girls, because I give them that little extra time and attention. And I'm thankful for you who listen to the show while I'm able to go through that. So I want to say ta ta for now. Happy Thanksgiving. And if it's just a normal Thursday wherever you are, I'm thankful for you. All right. Ta ta.